Let's start off with the year so far. Are you waking up every morning energized about what's happening in AI, or are you yourself losing sleep because of the potential concern?
I think that when we consider what's happened with Chat GPT over the last few months, we really do need to take pause about the hastiness, the speed before safety that's really kind of driven the release of Chat GPT into the world. We know that researchers have easily gotten around the preventative content filters of Chat GPT to produce cyber security threats, such as new strands of polymorphic malware. They've been able to create fraudulent phishing campaigns and info stealers. We've also seen the potential for ChatGPT and other large language models to, in a sense, create fire hoses, disinformation and propaganda, and that can flood the digital public square with lies and alternative facts. And so I would say there's a lot of exciting things going on, but there's a lot of reason for us to be concerned.
We're showing on the screen just how rapid the rollout is from research to development to new product launch across a number of names and platforms in the world of AI. You know, it's been astonishing tracking the headlines of how quickly new products and new names are born. Is that pace dangerous, or is that just the reality of innovation?
I would hesitate to say it's the reality of innovation. I would say that we really do need to avoid what's been going on, which is this kind of shock and awe irresponsibility of bringing things to the market with increasing speed. We've seen the move fast and break things attitude before, but this attitude is becoming perhaps more of a concern as the scale of the potential consequences become wider and deeper into society. And I think that we really need to we need to press the pause button a bit when it comes to the acceleration of the technology.
So I guess the debate moves to who should police this. You know, when you reflect on the Alan Turing Institute's work around this area, your work in ethics, what's interesting is how many papers have been published by the likes of OpenAI, guidelines that the industry themselves have put forward. Should they be the ones to do that, or is there a need for very quickly a conversation around third-party oversight?
We absolutely need third-party oversight when it comes to these systems, especially these highly impactful systems that will affect large populations. Now, that's not to say that the practices of the innovators in designing, developing, and deploying these systems shouldn't involve strong ex-ante practices of impact assessment, of transparency, of end-to-end accountability, of bias mitigation. But these things simply must be subject to the oversight of third-party bodies, regulators, and perhaps certification schemes.
David, what is the single biggest ethical consideration around the use of AI in the real world today?
I mean, if we're thinking about these large language models and foundation models, we have to recognize that what these systems are doing is merely drawing on billions of parameters that come from human behavior that can have discrimination embedded in it, that can be racist and sexist, and can in fact ultimately be replicated and amplified in systems. And so we really need to be aware that if we do not approach these systems with a sufficient bias mitigation mechanisms, we will simply replicate deeper patterns of injustice.